Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. We're doing another post commentary today because we have 3 games that don't really mean too much for the rest of the season, and I wanted to discuss some things towards the end of the video as well, which I might not have covered if I did a live commentary. But anyway, today we do have 3 games. The first one here is up against Swansea, and then we have a massive game against Spurs coming up, which, yeah, I cannot wait to show you. It was pretty insane. But anyway, this is the team we're using up against Swansea. It's a very strong side, and you know, when I finished this match I realised that maybe I should have been using a slightly weaker team to save my fitness for the game against Tottenham, because it was only 2 days later. But hey, what can you do? I've got a very strong squad, I've got a lot of depth in there, and you'll see how things pan out. Now we get off to a great start here. Within 5 minutes we score an absolute belter with Mesut Ozil. I'm still, to this day, I recorded this 2 days ago, this gameplay. I have no idea how this managed to go in. It's absolutely ridiculous goalkeeping there from ex-Arsenal man Fabianski, I believe it is, in goal there. But I will take it. What a great start to the game. And hopefully it won't be one of those boring 1-0 results, which actually I've avoided recently. I've done very well to score more goals, but done badly to concede more goals as well. We come very close to conceding there from Ayew. Fantastic player for Swansea. This is a really nice shot. It just about goes over the bar there. Cech did do a little jump there just to make sure. But look at that possession. That is just embarrassing. 64% of the ball at home. Swansea are dominating us. Oh, it's just absolutely... Oh, it's terrifying when that happens in this game. The CPU really do keep control of the ball on Legendary, but it's just one of those things that you have to get used to. And thankfully they weren't able to score in the first half with all of that possession. We get the final chance of the first half, but we screw it up there and Tabanu makes a good tackle. So that's half time, we're 1-0 up and we're playing some decent stuff, just not really in control of the game like I would normally like to be. But here's Benzema down this right wing. I'm going to try and get that cross in. It's a very nice cross there. But Mesut Ozil, why? Why Mesut Ozil? It's because Benzema's on the right. I needed Benzema in the box. It was just unfortunate it had to be Ozil there that was aimed at in the box. Now here we get another cross in, this time with Sanchez, and that was cheeky. Did you catch that? I'm going to have to include a replay because they didn't. Look at that little cheeky Rabona cross. Absolutely love that. And Benzema maybe should have done a little bit better, but that's okay. These kind of goals don't happen too often, especially little cheeky crosses like that. They never seem to come off in this game, but it worked that time. And I thought I was going to make it 2-0 here with Wilshere, who I just brought on with Giroud as the second half substitutions. And it comes off the post, and we get another pass here into Giroud this time, and he just somehow doesn't manage to lift it over the keeper. So Fabianski did quite well there. But that, guys, was the end of the game against Swansea. Unfortunately, it was one of those stupid 1-0 wins that just seems to happen all the time in FIFA 16. So now we move on into the bigger game, which is against Tottenham away from home, the North London derby. It's a big game, but I'm so far ahead in the league. You're going to see, I think in the third game, I'll show you the table, how far we are ahead at the moment and how we could afford to, drop points if we really, if we really had to, draw or lose. It wouldn't have been such a bad time to do it now because we've got such a good lead. But obviously Tottenham is Tottenham. We want to beat them. That's the team we've got. Notice how we've got number 27 playing on the left. That is Gnabry. I haven't got a backup left midfielder, so I'm going to talk about that towards the end of this episode. The only other left midfielder I've got other than Alexis Sanchez is of course Welbeck, who is a striker. I guess I could play Oxlade on the left. I guess I could put Walcott on the left, but really I think if I'm going to be making any changes in January, maybe I'll be bringing in a young left midfielder who can play as backup to Alexis Sanchez. But this game didn't start off too well there. They came very close there with a free kick, which the CPU seems to do a lot against me. When they pass it to another player on the free kick and they just hammer it. And talking of hammering it, look at that from Benzema. A lovely chance to open the game up there. But unfortunately, it was a good save by the Tottenham keeper. I'm not sure who's in goal. I think it was Vorm. I didn't quite catch that. But either way, just before half-time, the worst time to potentially concede a goal. And we go ahead and do it. I'm such an idiot. I don't know how this happened. But Dembele, actually one of my favourites in FIFA over the years. A really well-rounded midfielder. Good at going forward, good at going back. And he's got a hell of a shot on him. And as you can see there, not even Petr Cech, an 88 rated goalkeeper, couldn't keep that one out. And it was the worst timing possible. We literally kick off and the referee ends the half. So not a good time to concede a goal against your arch rivals. And in the second half, things weren't going well. 58 minutes in, it was time to make a change. They've brought on Harry Kane, and I've brought on Giroud, Sanchez and Cazorla, 3 big players. Gnabry was not doing a great job out on the left wing. It was a shame because I really wanted to see how good he could be and if he could be playing in the first team more often. But unfortunately, out on the left, he felt just not in the game enough. We come close there with Tielemans, a nice little bending shot, but it just goes wide of the post, and then Tottenham come down the other end, and they just smash it into the box and hope for the best. And look at that. It's freaking Harry Kane, and my blood was boiling at this point because look at this celebration. He freaking blew a kiss at me. Oh my God, that is so frustrating. So annoying, but it is a good header. He's just about managed to beat, I think it was Gibbs to the ball there. And what can I say? It was just like the goal he scored against us last season in real life. That header, when it looped over the keeper, I just wanted to crawl into a hole and die. But either way, 86 minutes in, we get our chance to get back in the game here. And Giroud steps up with the penalty and he buries it. Is there time to get a second goal and to get the draw? No. Unfortunately, there's no time left. And we have lost against Tottenham away from home. It is not a nice day for me so far. That was horrendous. So horrible to lose against your biggest rivals. And talking of rivals, they're actually in second place now. So they are our main rivals for the league title as well. But we go into this game against Newcastle with a game in hand and the potential to extend the lead to 7 points. We are 4 points ahead of Tottenham now with that game in hand. So it would have been nice to really get that 3 points and put ourselves at the top with a bit of breathing space against Newcastle. And that's what we wanted to do. So Chamberlain gets the ball on the right wing here. He whips it in over there to Alexis. I wanted someone else to be heading that. Preferably, I don't know, Giroud, the guy I've decided to go with in this game. He's been playing really well lately, but unfortunately Alexis is not the best header of the ball. But Giroud has got a very good strike with his left foot, as you've seen in recent episodes. He scores a few bangers, and that came very close. It came off the bar. But now into the second half, it looked like this game had a bit of a 0-0 written all over it. It was pretty tight, and guys, I can't explain to you even now what happened there. I just stepped up with Gabriel, and somehow Colback, of all people, the Ginger Pirlo, just smacks it into the top corner, and it's just a beautiful goal. There's not much I can do about this, and that it really is the ultimate finish. No keeper in the game is going to save that, and it's his first goal of the campaign, which makes it even worse. But it was time to make some drastic changes right there. Ramsey and Wilshere coming on. I wanted to go a bit more narrow, and they were almost playing as 2 other strikers next to Giroud. And I tell you what, it almost worked out straight away there, and that could have been a penalty. That really could have been a penalty, the way Giroud struck the ball and then was taken out. Actually, looking back at that, it probably could have been a penalty and should have been. But there you go. That's part of the game, unfortunately. Tim Krul was just having the game of his life. 6 saves at this point. And, yeah, I couldn't break through. That's 2 losses on the bounce, guys. Absolutely terrible. But we'll move on. We've still got a 4-point gap. Let's get into the transfer window and see what changes we can make to the squad. So I spoke about having a backup left midfielder. I've got 3 here on my shortlist. We've got Jesse from Real Madrid, would be a very nice player indeed. We've got Ivan Cavallero from Monaco. This guy can play as a striker as well, which is never a bad thing. He looks really good. All about that pace, guys. And then we have Dani Ceballos. This guy, I think, is going to be my favourite choice. So I'm going to be scouting them all, and we will talk about it in the next episode, which will be a live recording and trying to bring someone in. Now, we're going to take a look at the table now, and there you can see we are having that 4-point gap really closed down lately, and I don't like it. I really don't. We've only lost 2 games, and they were both in this episode. It's absolutely ridiculous, but there you go, guys. That's where form really matters, and I need to be more consistent if I want to do better in this league and in the Champions League. But now I just really want to talk about something I announced on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I tweeted that I'm thinking of doing just 2 seasons with Arsenal. I do read your comments, and a lot of people seem to think that this is a bit too easy. I'm winning the league too easily, and maybe it'd be best if I change career modes at the end of the season. So I've got a vote, a straw poll in the description. Please do go ahead and check it out and cast your vote. Should I end this career mode at the end of this 2 seasons and then start a road to glory, or do I continue? Do I do 3 seasons, 4 seasons, whatever with Arsenal? So please do leave your vote below. I'd really appreciate it. You know, I could always finish the 2 seasons with Arsenal and then come back and do a 3rd season another time. But for now, I want you guys to vote on whether you want Arsenal to continue or not. And if you guys could check out the official store, I'd really appreciate it. We've got some custom hats on their way soon, and you can check out the jumpers and shirts already there right now. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you for another episode very soon.